Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Production Line with me, Murphy. We have moved on slightly since our last episode. We've gone 5 days approximately, but we have researched everything apart from movie marketing and the new addition, which was smart junctions, that was added only the last week. So where are we at? We are currently producing, let's go on here, enough cars to satisfy the market. So where were we? We are currently only producing, which ones are we? We're on the budget sedan. So producing 12 per hour. Okay, but we have got all these other cars that we can make, and we've got all these other different models to make, as in. Okay, so there's a lot we can need to do. So two things that I'd like to, two ways I want to look at this game. One, I would like to build a mega factory that has absolutely everything in it, manufacturing it to the maximum, so every single space in here actually filled and running as efficiently as possible. And the other side of it is I want to be able to show you guys how to basically utilize the additions that have been introduced. So if we look at to this chassis assembly here, we know that we can build our axles, we can build a drive shaft, we can build a fuel tank, but we can't do our undercarriage. We go into fit body, we can make our hood, we can fit bumpers. We can't make those yet. We can make our trunk, we can make wing mirrors, etc. We can make loads of different bits and bobs, but we're not at the moment. So I'm going to start off by looking at the lines and start adding in systems that will actually start reducing our costs on the manufacturing side. That is going to be the first steps. We're going to be looking at this line here. At the moment we are getting approximately 2.5. Let me just speed this up so you can see. So once this yellow car comes out, we'll then work out roughly how many cars we get. So he's in. So we get 1, 2, and we've got another car coming through. So we get approximately 2.5 cars through this line compared to this line. Okay, so what I'm thinking of doing, we need to increase this line's capacity, and we need to remove this line because this line is no longer effective. Okay, so we'll start by removing this and let all its components work their way through so that they get turned into a full car. And then we'll also look at this line, how we can actually improve it. So we have got a lot of space here. So we've got fit axles, we've got fit undercarriage, and we've got fuel tank. This can all now be broken down into a more detailed parts. So let me see if I've got a route all the way down. No, I haven't, so I can't put a line of cars down here. Okay, so I'm thinking then what I should do is break this up a bit further, but at the same time introducing a manufacturing system for the axles, the drive shaft and the fuel tank, and then break this down so we can actually improve our speeds. So that's going to be our task, and we're going to start using this space up here, I think, as I'm removing this line. So as we're going to be doing this and working our way down, kind of thinking, do you know what, I will start in that corner here. So as you can see, we've got chassis assembly, and we go onto here, we've got new fit axles, which is what we've currently got running here. So that's fitting axles, but we can make and then put the two axles together, which comes into that. So that's operation takes 6 minutes 43 seconds, whereas this base time is 2.5 minutes and 2:15. So, and then we also have the drive shaft which needs to be added, so that is 2 minutes, 4 minutes 45, 4 minutes 45, 5, just short of 6 minutes, opposed to that's 6:43. So basically we can actually take a minute off on that manufacture. Okay, so that's what we're going to do to start with, but we're also going to make our own axles, and we're going to make our own drive shafts. So let's start this line over here. So we're going to, I think we're probably going to actually make the line down this side. I want to keep space at the back here so that we can utilize the exits here for our exporting of cars in future. So we're going to make that's fit front axle, and we're going to fit rear axle. As I want to really improve this, I'm going to go for 2 at a time. Is that front? Yeah, front and rear. Perfect. Then we're also going to put in fit drive shaft. Okay, then we're going to have fit undercarriage. And we're also going to be making our own fuel tanks, so we're going to be fitting a fuel tank as well. Now, the fuel tank takes 4 minutes to make, whereas these guys, if we go back, actually fit drive shaft, that's 2 minutes. Again, that's 2 minutes. That's 2 minutes just over. That's just over 2.5. So realistically, what we need to look at is how we can actually get multiple fuel tanks fitted. So we could do with having, let's have a look. So we can have, if we have him here, we could have cars going 2 directions. So that's what we're going to do. I'll have this off center. Fit fuel tank, and fit fuel tank. So that's going to be there, and fit fuel tank, which is going to be there. So we'll take that line straight through and down, and the same with this line, straight down. Okay, so let's remove that. So we've got fuel tanks that are going to be sourced locally. And again, locally. Locally. Wish you could be able to actually do this for all. Undercarriage we can't. Stockpile, drive shafts we can. So they can go. Perfect. Axles only local. Only local. Only local. Perfect. So that will replace this system here. So we'll basically have these lines coming down and joining this to start with. Okay. So we need to now get our parts being produced, and we've only got 1.5 million, so we've got to be very careful. So we're looking to try and satisfy requirement of 1 axle per unit. So we need 2 axles at any time. So we want to make axles. That's going to be 5 minutes per axle. All right. So I'm thinking we're going to be making a lot of these over time. So I'm thinking that we just crank it all out. Oops, make. So we need our 6. Okay. We're also going to be making drive shafts. Nope, making drive shafts again. I think this needs to be a straight line. Make drive shafts. And then also fuel tanks. This is going to take a while to make fuel tanks, which is going to be the slow process. Let's drop you around actually like so. Right, okay, so that I think is going to be steel only on those, steel only on that, and steel only on that, which has to be purchased in. So let's put in a resource importer. There we go. Put the right thing would help. Alright, let's connect this up as effectively as possible. Go straight down, straight across. Okay. Take straight in. Alright. So they can all start producing. I'm going to remove a few sections because I don't like. Hang on, if you go on to there. Tab, is it tab or shift? I want that gone. Oh well. Let's just put this back in. Alright, so that's all set as well for... So we can go straight down to here. Straight down here. That's all connected. And we also want to go this way to there. So that should local only. Okay, that's good. I've set all those to local only, which is the main thing. Okay, so they should all start producing. No route to stockpile. I haven't put that one in either. Let's get that connected. Alright, so everything is now connected on this line, these two lines. So these are going to produce chassis quite quick. So we can actually, let's put our conveyor belt in. Bring these out. And we'll take it to here and then down. What are you not doing? Let's get that connected. There we go. And then we can send this down to here. This is only a temporary route. Nice and straight, no one more, and then in. Okay, so we should start producing a lot more axles, etc. And now we're sending vehicles down. We can actually cancel this. Let's import local only actually. Under carriage we can't, and we can do import local only on that part. So now we've got complete units coming through at a quicker pace than we've got down here. So looking at, there's one, it's not finished, let's have a look. We've got, so if count for everyone that comes out of here. So one, there's 1, 2, 3, 3. So for every one that comes out there, we've got 3 coming down. So we're going to get a bit of a backlog. So we can actually take out this section now. We don't need. After it's finished doing. Perfect, that can go as well. Let's remove the conveyor belt. Alright, so we've now got a backlog on our chassis. So we've now got that being built and supported. Insufficient resource. What are you waiting for? Rear axles. So you're waiting for axles, so we need to get more axles going. Okay, that's fine. Let's put a couple more in. Shift. And let's get that connected. So 4 more. Right, we've run out of money now. So we need to make sure that we are making things as quickly as possible. Okay, let me just pause this. We had a little notification come on before regarding our design studio. We just finished designing the open top sports car, which means we can now build anything on the lot, on the line. So we can actually start introducing additional vehicles. Now we've got a nice little backlog now, which means we've got to upgrade this whole section because this is now working to capacity. We can always add additional lines at a later date, but we're sat with no export room, which I'm happy with at this moment in time. This will all slow down as soon as this is totally backlogged. Okay. As I say, we've only got 150,000 left of money. We're backing up. Oh no. Okay. Oh no, I thought for a second it was not actually fitting it again. Right, okay, so what we need to do is actually reduce the price of this vehicle, and we go into our design and it's got 20%. Let's reduce that down to 10%. Let's let that go. Right, okay, so we are short on cash, so we need to sell those cars, and we are also, we can remove this slot because this is now defunct because we can't bring down the other line. So bear with me for 30 seconds. Okay, so we've got another 500,000 and we have just removed this whole line down. So basically this whole line here, which is producing only a few cars. Let's have a look how many we're producing now. We are producing 11 cars per hour. We need to start improving this because we've got a lot of backlogs, but it's not down here. It's actually way up here, which is where we fit body frame. Now we can look at removing this whole section and breaking it down even further, and as we've got a nice little backlog here, it works well to actually have these lines aside it. So let's have a look at that. So fit body frame, so we can put, this is what we have currently for body, roof and doors, which is being completed by these 4 units here. So let's look at building our body frame. So on the body frame we have fit body shell, fit hood, fit trunk, fit bumpers, fit arches, and we've got fit trim. But we are able to fit the front and rear arches separately. We are able to fit the front and rear bumpers separately. We are able to manufacture the trunk and spoilers. We're able to manufacture the hood, and we're able to manufacture the shell. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to have 2 lines coming down here, and hopefully I won't run out of money too quickly. So, and we're going to buy these parts in to start with, because I kind of just want to make sure that we have sufficient money to make the systems work. So we're going to keep these close together. Let's have a look. So fit body shell is a 3-minute job. Fit hood is a 2-minute job. Fit trunk is a 2-minute job. Fit bumpers is a, well, we can do that, break it down into 2 small sections, which is 2-minute jobs, which is what we'll do. So our fit shell, that's 3 minutes. We could probably get down to just over 2. So to start with, I'm going to stick with that. So we'll fit hood. We'll leave a space. We'll fit trunk. Leave a space. We'll fit bumpers. We'll separate those up. Front bumper, rear bumper, and then we'll also do trim. Then we'll do front bumper. Oops. Nope. That's fit trim. Now we want front arches and rear arches. Okay. So we can now connect this lot up. And as we are currently not... make sure that's all connected. No, it's not. Let's get that one connected to... we've got a importer there. We're buying all these in. Alright, so we can now connect our line. And start sending vehicles down this route. Okay. We're going to mirror that now. So let's do that again. So, okay, so we've now got our cars coming down these slots, and we've got our other chassis down here that are going to these lines. Now, one of the beauties of this game is the fact these components know where they're going. So we can put that operation in, and none of these chassis or these this assembly will go down this route. They'll all come. These cars will go down here, and you'll see that in a moment. Let's actually increase our price again. We're actually going to take out this line as well. We're going to stop. So I'm going to basically just put in a rerouting it. So they only go to here. Oops. There we go. So only these components will go down these separate lines, and we'll remove these as we need to. And then we'll be able to remove this whole body frame section because we'll have it already in place up here. Now the beauty as well is we've got everything being fitted individually, so we've got plenty of storage for each of those components coming through. Now when we actually can start manufacturing some of those components, then we'll have some space around here to actually put in additional storages so that any backlogs can be handled quite easily. Let's just speed this up a bit. So we've got cars coming through. These aren't coming in for some reason. Maybe it's just waiting for this lot to go, which is fine. Because it must be queued systems. There we go. Now he should go down. Whoa, 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 hang on. Why are you not going down there? Okay, made a little boo-boo. Missed off the vent that needed to be fitted. So now these cars should go down this route as soon as they're allowed. As long as they're not missing the vent. So I've deleted all the cars there, so this should work. There we go. So what's going on with this? Why are you actually not going? Come on. Take that down to here. See where there's a little niggle with it. No, there we go. It's working now. Alright, so we can now remove this whole section here. Because don't need that one. We don't need that one. We don't need that. And that won't be needed shortly. So let's put in a conveyor to here. And now cars will come down here as well, missing out this section. So that can be removed. Okay, so now we're just fitting the roof and we're fitting the doors. So if we look at the body section again, so we've got fit roof. We can make individual roofs, but we can't actually break the roof fitting down any more than we currently are. So to ensure that we can actually speed up this process here, because that is our backlog now. If we look at that, we've got cars coming out of the woodwork like nobody's business. We can basically need to put in multiple fit roofs. So I'm going to pop in fit roof there. We'll also put in conveyor. Okay, so he's going to start getting his roof fitted, and we'll also put in a little alternative route here for these cars that have got their roof fitted to not have to go through that route. So he's going straight down there and he's going to miss that. We can also put in fit doors, etc. as well at the top. So it's great how this thing will actually just work out what needs to go where and work with it. So we've got £500,000. It's not very, what's the word I'm looking for? Aesthetically pleasing, but we will, let's remove that and remove this line, because we'll put a fit roof in here, and then that will improve the roof. So we want fit roof, we want multiples of these. So I'm going to remove this line here. Take these out, actually. So let's put in another couple. So we want 2 per roof manufacturer. Oops, fit roof. There we go. We'll have that going into 2. And again, straight down, get them connected to the stockpile. And also from that route, so they can get fitted from both directions. We can remove that one. So we've got our fit roofs. We've got loads of cars coming through here, so I'm not worried about at this moment in time. Right, we've got roof and then fit doors. Fit doors takes 6 minutes. Again, we can fit panels, and we can fit window. Alright, and we can fit wing mirrors. So all that will actually speed up the process. So we've got 2 lines running in down here. I'm going to start separating these. Just remove this lot, just so we can see what we've actually got where. Okay, so we have removed all the systems that was here, which was the fit roof and also the fit the doors. So we're going to now break this down. So we're going to be fitting door panels, and we're going to be fitting the windows and wing mirrors, and they're all going to be separate. So, and then that will be everything under fit doors, I think. Yeah, so we've got 3 systems here, each take 2 minutes. I mean, this thing takes 4 minutes, so that will produce something every 2 minutes. So we should be able to get away with 2 lines again. So let's have a look at the size we need for this door panel. We're going to pop this to there, because it needs to be both lines that come in. Actually put it here. Fit windows, again, it's going to be single route. We're going to fit wing mirrors, again single route. And that can then come back down this direction. So let's put in that conveyors system. It's all connected, perfect. So, and we'll connect you up to there, like so. Okay, so that's one route, and we'll put in the second route. Can we get it? We can't get it there, so let's put this around that way. Oops, wrong place. Fit door panels, there we go. Fit windows and fit wing mirrors. Alright, so we can have our conveyor system going through, and we can have this one join in that direction and in. Okay, so that's where both cars will then come out and join here. So let's put conveyor system in and connect you up, so you can now operate, and we've then got the doors, so that's all in place. So next thing is painting, etc. So let's just get these cars running through and backlogging. And we can see what goes on here. Right, all those components flying in. Alright, so they're all coming through without any issues. And we're starting to get a little bit of a backlog, which means we need to improve our painting. But as you can see, we've got a lot of components flying up this route to support down here. It's because wherever they are, let me just put another importer. Oh, that's already connected, that's fine. Whichever location is available to send parts, we'll send them, you see. So we've got backlog here, fitting windows. Alright, so that's slowing things down a bit. Everything is backlogged, to say the least, which is fine. Just means we've got plenty of vehicles coming through. But for some reason, that is not working. Right, are you going to work now? You're connected? Okay, what about removing that spot there? There we go. For some reason, it was that spot that didn't like it. Okay. So, as you can see, we've still got this backlog. We're going through as quickly as we can, and we've got multiple cars here. So both sides we've got a backlog. So looking at this, we're technically producing 2 cars every 2 minutes. And we need to, let's have a go on the paint undercoat, we need 3 minutes 35 per car. So if we're talking 4 minutes for 2 cars, we're talking 7 minutes or so for 2 going through paint. So we need to increase our paint. So let's have a look at this. We've got 600,000, which is good. Let's have a look at our paint. Now smart junctions, perfect. That's what we'll work with later on. Right. So, do you know what? I think for this episode, I think we'll call it a day. Hopefully this has made sense to you and you've liked what you've seen. And hopefully next time we'll get on and get this painting system expanded so we can remove that backlog there. I mean, we are still making, how many cars are we making? We're only making 13 cars per hour. And we've got a lot of backlogs throughout the system. I mean, look at that. That's stationary as well. So we've got a lot of work to do on this to become more efficient. So thank you very much for watching. If you'd like what you've seen, hit that subscribe. And until next time, that's Murphy out.